Epcot is one of the most beautiful parks in the world, with amazing theming, innovation, cultural exploration, and countless events such as the Flower and Garden, Festival of the Arts, and a slew of others around the picturesque views of the World Showcase. There is perhaps no park like Epcot on the planet, but if there's one thing Epcot is light on, it's rides. Outside of the Magic Kingdom, the other three parks on Disney property all suffer from a lack of rides, with Animal Kingdom only sporting 9, Hollywood Studios with 10, and Epcot as well with only 10. Compare that to the Magic Kingdom that has a whopping 22. And you can see that more than a fifth gate at the complex, Disney needs to inject the other three parks with more attractions. Lots more attractions. And Epcot has a tailor-made location that can house a plethora of new rides. The World Showcase. Currently, World Showcase only sports 2 rides in Grand Fiesta Tour and Frozen Ever After, with 2 shows at Canada and China. But why not a ride in every pavilion? So in today's adventure, we will be diving into each pavilion in the World Showcase and giving them their own Disney attraction. Welcome to the Adventure Outpost. We're going to start by heading into Canada and making our way around the World Showcase. I feel Canada can get a ride centered around their Mounties, which would let us get a glimpse of the beauty of Canada's vistas and wildlife. You are part of a tour of the Canadian wilderness when the Mounties arrive with a distress call from inside the national park, and you end up getting caught up in the middle of the excitement. Could be poachers, or could be wildlife related, or you can have it be a coaster or an omnimover ride, or even a boat ride. But have it be through the national wilderness of Canada, where we help the Mounties either save an animal or people, making it one of Disney's first new original ideas since Expedition Everest. Disney is fine in this area, as they have already announced the new Mary Poppins themed street, complete with her own ride. I hope this is an omnimover attraction through one of her adventures, as those types of rides are sorely lacking outside of Magic Kingdom, with only the Seas with Nemo and Friends on the other side of the park. And I do hope they find a way to bridge the two films together throughout the ride, as there are aspects from both films that I adore. France is almost done getting its addition in the back of the park, with the all-new Ratatouille ride set to open this summer, which is the perfect addition to the park with a trackless dark ride system, a ride system I am happy to see becoming a staple of Walt Disney World. I spoke in a previous video about making a ride based on Aladdin, where you escape the Cave of Wonders on your magic carpet. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. I once said that it would be perfect in Adventureland where the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse currently resides, but if Disney are hellbent to keep that attraction, then I say bring the Cave of Wonders ride to Morocco, right next to the Aladdin and Jasmine meet and greet. Epcot can do with another e-ticket level attraction, and the live-action Aladdin showed that there is still a huge audience for this character. I vote for a mountain at every park. And what better way for Epcot to get one than a ride centered on Mount Fiji? I know it may be too on the nose and close to Expedition Everest, but you can do enough to differentiate the two. And to do that, I say make it a bobsled ride. Either that or have it be a water ride like Splash Mountain. Another staple of Disney that's sorely lacking in other parks is water rides, with only Kali River Rapids at Animal Kingdom coming to mind. Epcot needs its own water ride to make a splash to cool off on those hot, humid summer days. And what an amazing sight it'd be to see the backdrop of Mount Fiji behind Spaceship Earth as you enter the park. History was such an integral and important factor for Walt Disney that a slow-moving dark ride through American history would be a perfect way of continuing on his legacy of fun attractions for the whole family that also taught us a thing or two. Or even a dark ride through America's most turbulent era, the Civil War, a chance to educate and wow with animatronics and realized battle scenes through a slow-moving omnimover. Italy is the only pavilion I've absolutely struggled with figuring out what kind of ride to give it. A boat ride through Venice? A thrill ride? Maybe something tied to Pompeii and its destruction? I'm not sure Disney would go for a ride with so much death and destruction in it, but they did make alien encounters, so stranger things have happened. I could see either a high-speed coaster outrunning the volcano, or even a log flume ride where we're trying to escape the carnage devastating the town. Though we already put a log flume in our Japan pavilion, and Guardians already utilizes our high-speed coaster concept, but hey, these are two tried and tested models that you can never go wrong with. Resurrect the old ride plans they had for the boat ride through the Rhine River and visiting the cultural landmarks of Germany. This would be a nice way to reutilize an old design, save money, and modernize it for today's audiences. China gives us another chance to squeeze another IP into the park with Mulan. An Omnimover ride going through her movie would be a perfect fit for this area of the park. My favorite thing about Fantasyland is all the slow-moving attractions through our favorite Disney films. Little Mermaid, Winnie the Pooh, Peter Pan. These are classic attractions, and we need to see more of them outside of the Magic Kingdom, and Mulan is a perfect fit for that Omnimover style attraction. Bring back Maelstrom. But seriously, this area is fine, with the Frozen Ever After ride being a genius decision to help drive attendance, save money, and shine a light on a section of the park riders don't usually head to. It's this ride that inspired me to even think of this video, as just seeing how many people flock to this attraction throughout the day had me wondering what else they could put in the World Showcase to bring riders to the back of the park. Mexico is fine as it has Grand Fiesta Tour, which I love and hope stays, but I can also see it getting an overhaul to be themed to Coco, which has much deeper ties to the spiritualness and culture of Mexico than my boys, the Saludos Amigos. And as sad as I'd be to see the Grand Fiesta Tour go, its low ridership isn't doing it any favors, and a Coco-themed attraction would hopefully do the same for Epcot that Frozen did, and drive guest attendance. And that's our show. I know it's a pipe dream to think that there'd ever be a day where every pavilion had its own ride, but a guy can dream. I know how popular this area is with drinking around the world, and it's more cultural learning than its focus on rides, but as a guy that doesn't go to Disney to drink, it'd be nice to see more rides appear in this section of the park, as most of the time when I go, I don't even head into World Showcase unless I've got a reservation for lunch or dinner. The furthest I ever make it is to Norway for Frozen. But it seems like Disney has noticed and is rectifying it somewhat with the addition of Ratatouille and Mary Poppins respectively, so we'll see what the future holds in regards to the rest of the pavilions. Guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, comment down below. I want to know what you think of this idea and what rides you would like to see come to the World Showcase. And until next time, adventure on.